Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Mornings with Granny. Let's see if I can get you adjusted a little bit better there. And I'll try not to rock, because I know some of you say that makes you dizzy. We've only got a couple more days till Santa Claus makes his arrival. I wanted to show some cards I received. This one is from Mary in Virginia. And this one is from Tamara in, whoops, I'm dropping it, Colorado. And this one is from Ginger, and Ginger is in Florida. Thank you, guys. We've got a cold, nasty day here. It's about 30 degrees. It's drizzling rain. It's supposed to be 1 degree in the morning with the wind chill, and I really think we're going to lose power tonight. Because when we get ice around here, we usually lose power. I hope we don't, but, you know, limbs freeze. They're heavy with water. They break. Lines snap. So, I brought my Mr. Heater in. I brought my one-burner camp stove in, which has, you can use butane or propane. And I have candles and flashlights and so forth. And yes, I have a carbon monoxide detector, just in case. And I always leave a window cracked anyway, if I use it. So, that's what I'm expecting. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope I don't have to use any of it, but I'm prepared if I do. It's just hard to believe Christmas is here. It's like, oh my gosh. It's so hard to believe. I took Mom out yesterday. I'm trying to bend over and pick up something to the grocery store. Let her get what she needed in case we get where we can't go out. And I took her to the thrift store. I told her, I said, let's go to the thrift store because it might be a week before I take you again. And I found an over-the-shoulder bag. I don't carry my pocketbook in the store because I'm always scared I'll leave it in there because I'm not used to carrying one. And so Mom has an over-the-shoulder or crossbody bag that she uses. So I found this one. And it's a 31 bag. And I paid $2 for it. It's got the opening here. Be good to slip your phone down in. Zipper pocket and a zipper pocket inside. And then a zipper pocket on the outside. So I thought for $2 I would try it. And that way I can have it around my neck and I won't lose it, I hope. Unless I take it off to try something on and then forget about it. But for $2 I'll try it. I think Mom found a sleep shirt for 50 cents. And I think it was a shirt. It might have been pants. I didn't see when the woman folded it up exactly what it was. But one or the other, she paid 50 cents for it. That was all we got. So, anyway, I thought we'd talk about Christmas today. Christmas memories. You know, people have good memories. They have bad memories. I had a friend that didn't like Christmas because her mother died on Christmas, and it brought back bad memories. Some people don't like the hustle and bustle and the crowds and so forth at Christmas. And that's one reason I do my shopping all year. Another reason is to save money because you go to 75% off, 90% off sales and pick up stuff all year. Plus, I don't like crowds. I'm honest, I don't like crowds. I'm not going to be out running around this last minute stuff. If I don't have it, I just do without. But anyway, I was trying to think of Christmas memories. I got a couple. By the time I was 15, I had lived with 4 different families, and they had transferred me back and forth 8 times. So my first memory of Christmas was with my dad's mom. And she, I think I want to say I was about 3. That's the ones I talk about that lived on the farm. And I remember getting a dollhouse, and I was so excited I got the dollhouse. It looked like a log cabin. But it wasn't the dollhouse like this that you put the dolls in. It was a big dollhouse, to me, a 3-year-old. And you took the roof off, and you could climb in and sit down in it. And that was so neat. And then I think the next memory I have I believe I was 4. My mom and her mom, my maternal grandmother, came to pick me up, and they lived in the town I'm in now, and they lived in a shotgun house near a store, about 2 doors down from a little country, well, it wasn't a country store because they were in the city, but a little small store. And if you don't know what a shotgun house is, they were these slender houses they built. They had 3 rooms. You had the living room, bedroom, and the kitchen, and the bathroom would be a small bathroom off of one of those. And the reason they called it a shotgun house is because the front door lined up with the back door, and you could stand at the front door and shoot straight through to the back door with a shotgun. So that's why they called it the shotgun house. I don't know why they came up with that, but anyway. But that night, or late afternoon, it was getting dark. I remember Mom told me to go to the store. Back then, kids could walk a little bit by themselves safely and pick up a box of Apple Jacks. So she gave me the money, and I went down to the store and got a box of Apple Jacks and come back, and I had a new bicycle. Santa Claus had been. And I was so excited over that bicycle. I'd had tricycles because my grandmother had tricycles there for me, but I had a bicycle with training wheels now. So I was excited. And then the next Christmas I can remember, we had some with my dad, and I can remember he always liked, we had what they called a bumper pool table. It's a small pool table, and it's got the, I don't know what you call, I guess they call them bumpers, the little stands in the middle. There's probably about 8 or 9. I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time. And he would fill that pool table up with candy, oranges, apples, tangerines, nuts, especially Brazil nuts, because he liked Brazil nuts, pecans and stuff they had picked up, candy canes, chocolate-covered cherries. I never did like those things, but he would have those. And the chocolate cream drops, and I never liked those because they're too sweet. They're the, I don't know if you remember, and they still sell them for about $1. They're a white bag with, and they got dark chocolate. They're about that big around. They got dark chocolate and this really, really sweet cream in the middle. Now, as a kid, I ate them because, you know, it was candy, so. Or I ate the chocolate-covered cherries and got rid of the cherry because I don't like cherries. But he would fill that table up. And then I can remember, well, I can't tell that because there are kids watching about Santa Claus. Never mind. Anyway, Santa Claus came anyway. But I remember when I was, I'm thinking about 11 or 12, I was at my mom's then, and I wanted a guitar. So Mom bought me one for Christmas, but my brother and I, we were sneaky. We went in there and found the Christmas presents while she was at work. So I took my guitar out and I played with it during the day. I can't remember what he got, but he would take it out and play with it, but I can't remember what it was. And then before Mom got home, we put it back. Well, that took the excitement out of Christmas morning because we already knew what we had, so that was not a good thing to do. Sometimes it's not good to be nosy. So, and I can remember Mom getting us transistor radios. That was a big thing back then. I can't remember how old we were when we got them. But my brother was very destructive. He would tear up everything. I can remember she bought him a drum set Christmas morning. I think it was the same year we got the transistor radios. He tore the drum set up that day. Then he tore the transistor radio up. And then he wanted mine. And I remember Mom getting mad at me because I wouldn't give him mine. I said no. I wouldn't give him mine, which I had to wind up giving it to him anyway. But he tore up everything. He was, let's see, I'm trying to think, 6 years younger than me. So I remember that Christmas. And then I can remember Christmas back at my dad's again when I was, I want to say 13. And that year, pullover, V-neck, long sleeve sweaters were in style. And I can remember telling my dad I wanted a V-neck sweater, navy blue, and I wanted a Bible. Because even though they didn't go to church, I walked to church. My grandmother, when I lived with her on the farm, had instilled in me to go to church. She would take me to church some mornings kicking and screaming in my little crinoline dress. But I went. And then when I got away from her, I still went. So I told him I wanted a Bible. I wanted that sweater. And I can remember Christmas morning, I got my sweater, got my Bible, and I had this little box, and I thought, oh, Dad bought me jewelry. And I remember opening it up, and it was a black heart. And this is why you be careful what you say to your kids. He looked at me, and he said, that black heart reminds me of you. And I never will forget that. That really hurt my feelings and took the excitement out of getting the necklace. I don't know if I wore it or not. I can't remember. I cannot remember. And then I remember one year I wanted a sock it to me necklace. How many of you guys remember laughing with Goldie Hawn, Dick Martin, Dan Rowan, and all, Joanne Worley? How many of you remember that? And they had a lot of stars on there. Well, one of the favorite sayings was sock it to me. So I can remember getting that sock it to me necklace, and Dad gave me that one year. I can't remember how old I was, but he did give me that. So, and then the next thing I remember was after I was married. My grandmother, Dad's mom, always loved Christmas. She would start preparing Christmas about August because she had a big family. And she had a small farmhouse. There was a front bedroom, back bedroom. They finally built a bathroom off the back bedroom. And small kitchen, dining room, and living room. I mean, small rooms. She would put the Christmas tree in the front bedroom. And then when we all gathered, we always had Christmas dinner. And then Christmas tree was at 2 o'clock. When we gathered passing out presents, we were all over the house, because we'd been all over the house eating anyway. We had to sit in the bedrooms and everywhere, because there'd be 30, 40 of us sometimes. And so we'd be everywhere. The desserts would be on the little back porch, screened-in back porch. We would set the desserts out there because we didn't have anywhere to put things. And we would open presents. But she would work from about August up to Christmas to make sure everybody had a present. One year she made cakes for the couples. And she would make them and put them in the freezer. And then when Christmas came around, she took them out and gave them to the couple. One year she made corduroy blazers for the men. So she set at that sewing machine and sewed those blazers. One year she made candy. She saved her coffee jars. Back then they came, I know some of you guys, I think it was Maxwell House that came in the pretty jar with the red lid, plastic lid, glass jar with plastic lid. She saved those. And she put the candy in those. And then for us kids, sometimes it would be a little toy, or she would give us a bag with candy in it, fruit. And even when she got up, she was in her 90s, she would still give the kids a little bag with candy and stuff in it. But she did. She loved Christmas. She always had decorations up. Even when she went to the nursing home, my aunts would go over and put her decorations up for her. She just, when I think of Christmas, I think of her. But anyway, that's the memories that I have. So tell me about some of the things that you remember, good or bad. Like I said, you know, life's not perfect. We're going to have good memories and bad memories. But tell me about your memories. I'm supposed to have, some of my family's going to be over here Saturday. And we're going to have some Christmas here. And then Sunday we're going to eat Christmas lunch with my daughter and have Christmas at her house. So what are your plans for Christmas? Are you staying home? Is your family coming in? Or are you visiting? What are you doing for Christmas? The main thing is, let's remember what Christmas is for. That God gave His Son so that we might live, be free of sin, and have everlasting life, because He took our place So let's not forget that and all the hubbub of Christmas. It's exciting giving gifts, but remember the real reason for this season. So you guys have a Merry Christmas. I'm going to get up here and finish up some work I've started. I've got clothes in the wash. I need to vacuum and stuff because I want to clean the house before I have company and before I might lose power. So have a Merry Christmas. And I probably won't talk to you again till after Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. Stay warm. Stay safe. And please, if you don't mind, would you hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up? Thank you guys. Bye-bye.